Hi everyone, welcome in another episode of Peach&Wine podcast.
Welcome.
So for today's episode, we are going to address a um not issue, a suggestion from one of our subscribers.
Mm,
And I'm
no,
sorry, I thought you wanted to say something.
no.
So yeah, first of all, let us I am personally, because I know one's gonna talk after. I'm personally thanking all the subscribers and specifically to that one person who, um, gave us the suggestion to talk about relationship expectations. So, oh no, technically, the person was curious to know what are wine and I relationship expectations towards our partners. So, yeah, I'm gonna start if that's okay with wine.
Sure.
The little silent, like she was not okay with it. But anyway, I'm still gonna
No,
start.
no, 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 no. I just had my mic cut off.
Okay. So, well, where can I start?
Hold on.
I
Sorry.
expect
Sorry.
to.
Hold on. I want.
Mhm.
I'm sorry to cut you off, bro.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay.
I wanted to first of all, I wanted to tell people that when we're talking about relationship expectation, it's mostly like she said our expectations. That's what the subscriber is asking us to talk about. So it's not from a general standpoint, it's from our view. Like it's from each one of us in particular. So it's not what we're going to talk about right now does not apply to any women, like to every woman. That's just what we expect as persons in a relationship.
Yeah, thank you. I'm actually glad that you mentioned it. True. Because nowadays, including myself, we generalize everything, most
Yeah,
likely.
that's true. Hmm.
So, what I expect from my partner, it it is first of all to be respectful. It has to be loyal and a man of word. My partner needs to be a man of word. That's probably gonna be my number one expectation, really, because I am okay, not perfect, but I'm trying to be that person, a man of words too, because I am the type who, if I promise something, I would do my very best to stick to my promise. And if I can't make it, like if I can't do whatever I promised, I mean, we're all human beings. We know things happens, and yeah, so I will eventually talk to my partner and let him know that I couldn't do this and that because of this and that. I mean, I might not have to explain myself, but I'm just gonna tell him that, oh, here you go. Sorry, sorry, I couldn't do this because I had this going on. Let's do this another time. For me, this is a type of value. You're making yourself, this is the type of value. When you value yourself, you value your words.
Hmm.
And that's something that I'll definitely expect my man to have. Yes, you need to be a man of word.
Definitely.
Adding to that, you need to be respectful. Respectful, I'm going to put together respectful and loyal.
Hmm.
And why? Because I'm assuming I'm assuming that, okay, first of all, I'm gonna date anyone that just come into my life, but I'm gonna be attracted to someone who matches, if that makes sense, my energy. I see how the person is treating himself and how he treat people and other and I'm just gonna observe him, and from that observation I'm gonna see, okay, I like this and that, so let's try this. And from that point, what when I need what so as I was saying, being a man of word, that's one of the qualities that I'm expecting my partner to have. And I talked about being respectful and being loyal. I'm going to put these two together because I think it goes together. And I'm assuming if you have, if you are a human being with all your sense, all the common sense that you supposed to have, um, the way you treat yourself, thankfully you're kind to yourself, gentle to yourself. I mean, any positive thing that you do to yourself, I'm expecting to have that same treatment.
Mm.
There's a saying that that we all aware of. You want people to treat you the way you treat, like you want people to treat you the way you're treating yourself. So don't. So yeah, and adding to that, when it comes to loyalty, I want to be able to trust my partner because okay, I'm gonna say something. I can be fragile, and um I want my partner to I want my partner to gain my trust in a way that I want him to support me mentally, physically. Like it doesn't matter how he can support me, especially mentally. That's the where I will. That's how I will personally gain my partner trust. And yeah, I don't know what else I can add besides being the man of word, trustful and respectful and loyal.
Mm.
Yeah. Okay, I can try to talk about. I need to talk about some of my weird relationship that I had. I am someone who I get upset. I have a really short temper. So I can get upset very fast. But um if my partner actually know the person that I am and knows my personality, he should be able to know that okay, this girl she has a short temper. And if you don't want to get me upset, the easiest way to get through me, talk to me. Don't yell. Don't raise a voice at me. But talk to me. Let's add this to what I expect from my partner.
Mm.
Communication skills. We learn that in school, high school, college, whatever. You need to be able to communicate with me. Talk to me. Let's not even use the word communicate. Just talk to me. I am your partner, someone that you know, and it should be easy to talk to me if you're trying to and when you talk to me, make sure that whatever you're trying to tell me, make sure that I get that message because I mean that's how I work too. If you did something wrong, I want to make sure that you actually understand that what you did was wrong, because if you do the same thing or something similar the next few days or next few months, even if it's a year after, I'm gonna come and remind you, oh, so you didn't understood what I said that last time. So I want someone who needs to, you talk to me and understand the message too. Because I will definitely make sure that you understand my message. So yeah, I don't have anything to add from for now. For now. For now.
Okay, Peach, we heard you. But now
I might have
that
something
means
else.
a lot has to come. But yeah, I actually like a few things that Peach said. I want to remind you guys again that we are talking from a personal point of view, which means whatever that is important to Peach is probably not as much important for me. I mean, what are my expectations in a relationship? I'm not even going to call it expectations, but that's the subject of today. So I am someone who has like a very strong personality. Like I'm someone with like strong belief in, like, let's just say I'm strong. So you cannot just run me over, which
Mm-hmm.
is one of the first thing that I need a man to have. You cannot let your ego control you just because
Mm-hmm.
you think that I am trying to overpower you or I am trying to
Mm-hmm.
be like on top of the relationship. You have to be able to
Mm-hmm.
be that man who's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. I'm still the man in the relationship, you know?
Yeah.
Not feel like,
Mhm.
oh, because she talks too much, because she uses like some kind of way to talk to me,
So,
she's like
mhm.
diminishing me or like thinking that I'm less than her or less than anything. I really cannot deal with someone who can't like let go of his ego. Like if
Uh,
you are
if
big
ego
on that,
issues.
yeah, if you're big with on egos, like we're not even gonna go anywhere. That's one, because I'm
Mhm.
still gonna be me, and you have to be able to be above that. If you're not
And
above
that's the
that,
whole point.
yeah,
Not to cut you off in a relationship. He needs to accept you the way you are.
exactly,
Then the same way you need to accept him the way it's gonna be.
exactly.
But no ego issue, please.
Yeah, no egos, because I always say something like the perfect partner doesn't exist. You just find your weird person. You find your own weird person that matches you, and that person is going to be the perfect person for you. So don't expect people to be
Yep.
like to have like all everything, every little single thing that you expect from a relationship to
Mhm.
like match. But there are some things that you cannot go over. For example, like what
Mhm.
Peach and I just said. I just spoke about ego. And then I'm going to
Mhm.
talk about what Peach said, respect. It's very important. I have to be able to see the person in front of me and be like, he has as much respect for me as he has for
Mhm.
himself, as he has for his family, as he has for my family, as well as everyone else around us. Because let's say we go to a grocery store or like we go to a restaurant and you start like talking bad about the server, or like not even talking bad. Talking bad is like something that everybody do, but like disrespect, like plain disrespecting the
Yeah.
person in front of them,
Mhm.
that's something that I'm gonna be like, huh, if you can do that to that person, one way or another, you're gonna do it to me. You're gonna do it to someone close to me. You probably already
Mhm.
doing it to someone close to you. So respect is very important. Peach also
Yep.
mentioned loyalty. Loyalty, same. Because she said, I have to be able to know that I can trust you, to know that I can come to you at any time, any point of my life. Like, I have to be able to recognize that it doesn't matter what's I have to be able to feel safe talking to my boyfriend or my husband. I have to be able to trust him at a level that I don't even trust Peach, who's my best friend. I have to be able to go to you and be like, oh, if I tell you something, it's gonna stay between me and you. I have to like put my 100% trust in you, because this is also something that's very, very important for me. Like, I can love you. I can love you, like, really love you so bad. But once I lose my trust in someone, there's no point of coming back. And I'm like that
Exactly.
in friendship, in relationships, in family relationships with my friends.
Mhm.
If one day you showed me that I cannot trust you, we're still gonna be cool. I'm still gonna say, "Hey, how you doing?" But then it's never gonna be the same. I'm never gonna ever gonna give you my trust once you broke it already. So trust is something that's very important. Loyalty and trust. And I also want to mention what Peach said: communication. Communication, not just communication, but understanding. Because I'm a big, everybody who knows me knows that I love me a good debate. Like, I'm always up for argument, not just like, not argument about like fights. No, I love arguments. Like, I love to be debating about something. And it's the same thing when I'm in the relationship and we're trying to make each other understand our point of view. I want to be able to understand what you're telling me, even if I do not agree with that. I want to be like, oh, okay, so last time you did this and that because you thought this and that. It doesn't matter, like, if we're in a relationship and you try to explain it to me, you try to communicate with me and try to explain what happened. If you're not able to make me understand where you're coming from, it doesn't matter the amount of communication we're going to have, we're never going to reach like a conclusion that's going to be benefit for either one of us. So it's very important to
Yep.
be able to express yourself in a way that the person in front of you is going to understand your point of view, and not just be
Mm-hmm.
talking, speaking words, because that's not the point of communication. So that's very important. And yeah, like there is something also like a misunderstanding. I don't know if I want to call it misunderstanding, because at some point it's true too. Like some women are really attracted by men with money. This is one of the least important things in my life. If I'm trying to be in a relationship with someone, what I'm looking for is whatever that I just said prior this. I'm looking for loyalty, respect. I'm looking for someone without ego issues. I'm looking for someone that I can trust. So it doesn't matter how much money you make. It doesn't matter if you're like the main provider in the relationship, because I come from a family where women fight for themselves. I come from a family where women work, where women like don't expect for things to be handed to them. So I do not expect, it's not that I do not expect my man to be taking care of me. It's just normal. It's a normal thing. That when I said I don't expect, don't get me wrong, that doesn't mean that if a man comes in my life, he doesn't have to do these things, but that's not the reason why I'm with him. The reason why I'm with
Mm-hmm.
him is for him, not because of what he can do to me or what
He
what
can
he can
do.
do for
Yep.
me, you know. So this is very important for me, to be able to make genuine connections before
Mm-hmm.
thinking about anything else. I'm not also saying that I'm gonna take any broke guy who doesn't even try to do something with his life. No, that's not what I'm
No
looking
lazy
for.
boys.
Exactly. Because I am very attracted by men with a big brain, not like school brain, because everyone can go to school and
Mm-hmm.
study books and study big words. I'm very,
Listen.
yeah, I'm very attracted by creative men, like men who want to do something for their lives, for the future, men who have like project and who wants to do something more than what they just do right now. Someone who has like a big view of the future. That's the type of man that I'm like, interesting. And so yeah, that's just a few things that are very important for me. And I wanted to mention too also that one day I was talking to one of my friend who's like, he kind of travels a lot, and then we were talking about relationship in general, and he said something along the line that who what women would want a man that travels 4 days a week and that's not here like 24/7. And I was like, what? What is he
Me.
talking about? That's literally the perfect man for me. Because I used to say that when I was a kid. I used to joke around with my friends like, when I get married, I'm not gonna live in the same house that my husband, because I need to be able to miss my husband. I need to be able to be like, oh, I want to see you. Like, I want to text you that I miss you. I don't want to see you all the time,
Mm-hmm.
24/7. I want to talk to you on the phone and be like, oh, it's been 2 or 3 days. I haven't seen you. Yeah, I want. And then when you come home, there is always, people always say that when you're in a relationship, like when you've been in a relationship for so long, you have to keep the flame alive, you know. And to me, this is
Yep.
a great way to
Yep.
keep it alive, because you don't see the person all the time. So you'll be like, when you see that person, you'll be like, oh my God. It's like when you date, you know, when you date, you live at your apartment, your boyfriend leave at his apartment, and you know you both have different lives, and when you meet up, you're like, oh, I missed you, and then you want to tell them about your whole day or your week or whatever. And it's different when you live in the same house, because you don't have that singularity anymore. Like, you don't have the singleness. You are together 24/7. And when he said that, I was like, oh man, that's the type of relationship that I need. I don't need to be with someone 24/7. But it's also understandable because a lot of women can't stand that. They rather be with their partners like every day, every single hours, and knowing what they're doing. And it's totally normal, which is why at the beginning we were saying that we're going to talk about it on from our standpoint, not in the general point of view.
Yep. And why not trying to cut you off?
I was already done, bro.
So when you were talking, I actually thought about something. You said something about spicing up the relationship.
Mm,
So and being attracted to people with, okay, I'm going to use your words,
hmm.
big brains.
Yes.
And again, it doesn't mean okay,
It doesn't
the
mean,
smartest
yeah, the
guy in
smartest in school.
school,
Yeah. No.
but someone who has, the sense of
It
adventure,
means
creativity,
the
anything,
smartest brain in life in general.
anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, and that's something I am personally attracted of too. Like I
Mm.
expect my partner to just come up with any fruitful conversation.
Yep.
Let's just have a conversation about whatever is happening in the world or like anything in general.
Mm-hmm.
It's just space. Like wine knows I love animes. Let's talk about anime sometimes. It doesn't have to be oh we can apply for debt loans and stuff. It doesn't have to be anything, like the biggest topic. But then heading to that, one mention she said something about her enjoying relationship where she actually miss her partner sometimes and and then she wouldn't mind if her partner travels a lot and and so on. Personally, I'm not technically that type of person,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm glad that she mentioned at the beginning that we are talking from our own perspective. She just stated her point of view. I'm stating mine.
I know that's
I'm
not
the one
you.
who,
That's why I made it
yeah,
clear. I know you don't. You're
I
you're
am the
the
one
one who
who,
loves to cuddle all the time.
yes, but I get bored too
Mm.
because I don't want to cuddle 24/7.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind cuddling 24/7. We can cuddle in New York, cuddle in Senegal, we can cuddle in France. So
All over the
it
world.
means all over the world, yes, there are ways to spice up the
Yeah,
relationship. So
definitely.
that's what I expect my men to have. Like, because I like people who spontaneous,
Mm.
come up with something. It doesn't, and the thing is, most of our men out there, they think that they necessarily need money
Mm.
to do the best things with their partners. Okay, it could be the case for some women out there, but for us, just because this is about us,
Mm. Bro, I'm literally
I know
good on a Chick-fil-A date. Like some
exactly.
people
I mean,
just like some people don't need that much. Like take me to Chick-fil-A drive-through. I'm good, bro.
yes, like let's
I'm
go for a
good.
walk.
Yeah.
I don't know. So exactly. See, I had it. Let me talk about this experience.
Mm.
I had a date, right?
Mm.
Okay, we're not dating, but I had a date, unfortunately.
Let's make it clear.
But I had a date, and I swear I am 27 today.
Mm-hmm.
For me, it was the best date ever. Because I was thinking that, oh, if we end up together, it's gonna be a what my little sister said. I something out of my comfort zone
Mm.
relationship type,
Mm.
and I love that because I mean sometimes you're like, okay, it's the usual thing. Maybe things are gonna change,
Yeah.
but sometimes they don't. So that guy, we went on a walk.
Mm.
First of all, I don't know. Well, okay, it's low key still a stalker. But that person knows that I love bubble teas. I'm into
Mm.
Japanese stuff a little bit.
Mm.
So we went to have bubble tea and hot wings, and we went for a walk
Mm.
along Ozo Bay.
Mm.
Like we walked all the way. It was nice. The weather was cool,
Mm,
a bit cold, but it wasn't that extremely cold. And then he started putting on music, and we start dancing.
yeah.
I said, okay,
That's the type of
you know,
date
that
you
was
don't want to leave.
interesting.
You like, let the
Exactly.
day keep going.
And mind you, the person isn't, if you're going to talk about type, the person isn't physically my type,
Mm-hmm.
but I start getting more interest
Mm,
because of literally of our first date.
mm.
You know, so that's what I expect personally from a man. We can do the same thing but different ways, if that makes sense.
I will admit
Let's
that
spice up
one
the
of,
relationship.
yeah, I will admit that one of my best date was probably something like that. Like we literally just went on a restaurant on the beach. We ate and then we just took a walk on the beach and we sat down on a bench and then we just started talking about
Hmm.
anything. And
Anything,
you
yes.
just didn't want, yeah, like you just don't want the night to end because you just feel like, oh,
Mm-hmm.
this is kind of comfortable and I can just be me. And it was weird because I knew the guy for a long time, but then that was our actual first date and first time that we actually met. So,
Oh.
and we just had that connection, which was weird. We just had that connection. We were just talking about everything and anything, and there were also other people like walking around, and we just started like gossiping around about other people, which was super fun, you know. Because till this day, I will always say to people that that's like one of the best date that I had. People always think like,
Hmm.
yeah, I want to take you to this restaurant, this fancy
Yeah, that
restaurant.
big
I mean, don't get
restaurant.
me wrong, I
No,
love being
no.
spoiled. I love going to
True. Who
like
doesn't?
getting a nice steak and wine, but sometimes you just want something like just more chill and relax and enjoy each
Hmm.
other's company.
Yeah, because one said something about um like we have a flame there in our relationship that you see want that flame to bright up, and that's exactly my purpose when it comes to relationship expectations.
Exactly.
Like you don't want that flame to, like, you have the candle there, and then
Mm,
it's just you just holding the candle.
mm.
Like, okay, you handle the candle, but the candle is gonna
It's gonna
burn out.
burn out.
But
Yeah.
in the meantime, yeah, in the meantime, what did you do? Did you just stand there with the candle, or did you kind of walk straight forwards you, or like backward, or did you do like a little dance? You know, there are so many things that you can spatula a relationship. So if I have to summarize my relationship expectations, I mean, or what I expect from my partner is to be spontaneous, like be creative, come up with fruitful conversation. You need to be able to talk to me. There's nothing. I'm not a monster. Some people don't. They still say because I have a short temper, but learn to. Oh, and that's something that I need to mention. I like men who take their time somehow to observe. They just study their partner and they get to know who they're actually dating. I think one mentioned something like that. Like she said something about people getting, not people, I mean, yeah, let's say people that she dated couldn't bear with the ego thing, and she couldn't bear with any people who has ego issues. But at the end, um when you finally get to know the person's personality, like you will find out that, oh, actually she has a strong personality, but she's actually cute, or it's actually attractive. So despite being loyal respectful, being able to talk to me, we are grown, being spontaneous, and yeah, that's what I expect from my partner.
Love peach too. You gotta eat peach.
What?
If you don't eat peaches, bro, I mean, Oh
And in
man.
the same way, give wine some wine. You definitely need to get us some
You know
wine.
what's crazy is like most of the people that I dated don't even drink. And they always be like, come on, you gotta stop drinking. And the thing that I always ask is like, where do you see me drinking? Like you see me having
Drinking.
one glass of wine here and there. I'm not an alcoholic where I'm like where you
Yes.
have to tell me that, bro, quit drinking. But I mean, yeah, you gotta give me a bottle once in a while, like here and there, so that I can feel better about myself.
I'm dead.
But
But
anyway,
guys, I hope we actually I hope we summarize it, or not summarize it. I hope answered
mm,
we answered our subscriber
questions.
questions. I don't know if one have anything to add.
I mean, not much. Just what you said earlier. Like when you decide to get yourself in a relationship, please, 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 guys, take the time to like learn about your partner first. Learn about that person. Learn about their mentality and see if it matches yours. Because there's no point of going forward with someone that you know you're not gonna do anything but just butt heads. So it doesn't make sense for you because you're wasting your time, you're wasting that person time. So please make sure that before you get into like an actual relationship, you make sure that you match. And yeah, that's it's gonna save you a lot of time. And please, 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 guys, like women and men, can we just stop putting our experiences, like our bad experiences, on someone else's back? Because when you do that, you do not allow the person in front of you to be true to themselves. They're not going to be their real self in front
Mm-hmm.
of you because they think that you have some other type of expectations for them. So please let
True.
people be themselves and then be the judge of what they show you, not what you've experienced. And that's it.
As one said. As one said.
So, guys, we also have a
All right,
good
guys.
news,
It's a
right?
bye
We
bye
have a
for
good
me.
news, Peach, because now
Oh yeah, yeah,
you
yeah. We
can
do.
listen to
We
us
do.
anywhere, guys. We are on Apple Podcast, we're on Google
Yay.
Podcast, we're on Spotify, we are on SoundCloud, we are on YouTube. You can also follow us on
Of course.
Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok to be
Mm-hmm.
so that way you're not gonna miss any updates or any uploads. We will be more interactive on our social medias now. We're gonna try to do like more normal posts, and hopefully you guys like it. So thank you for watching
Yep,
today. I mean, thank you for listening.
definitely.
For today.
They're watching.
Thank you for listening to today's episode. We hope you like it. Don't forget to subscribe, give us a comment, and share and like. And we'll see you in our next one.
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.